Uh-oh. People are mad at Southwest Airlines for being considerate? Let's talk about it. Now, this particular topic got brought to my attention by another YouTuber. It's this: Southwest praised for giving free extra seats. How U.S. airlines handle plus size passengers. Well, I know as a big man myself, I understood the fact that if I wanted the room, if I wanted to be comfortable, that I would probably need to purchase another seat. Oh, I'm sure that I can get into a standard airplane seat, but if I want to be comfortable, man spread my, spread my, I probably need to buy another seat. I understand this. But this one YouTuber's take on the whole matter really turned my stomach. And it was someone that I used to regularly listen to. This YouTuber's take on the whole thing was regurgitating exactly what other people are saying. Southwest Airlines is rewarding obesity. No, they're not. You're going to buy the other seat and you can get reimbursed once you land for the extra seat that you bought. So, yeah, if you want to call it flying free, technically, I can see that. Yeah, you're getting reimbursed for that seat. Southwest Airlines has seen it as it is being supported by different overweight advocacy groups as making it accessible for overweight people that have to fly so they can fly comfortably. Okay. Now, there are places where obesity is considered a handicap. Well, this YouTuber that I'm referring to finds that very insulting.
Do the people criticizing this decision from Southwest also have a problem with wheelchair-bound people having special bathroom stalls? Do they have an issue with handicapped people boarding first? Do they have an issue with handicapped parking spaces? Quit it with the outrage over this. Outside of first class, this should be standard for every airline. Let big people fly affordably and in comfort.
I'm going to disagree big time with this. People who are fat and there are extremely rare anomalies of people with actual conditions. But people are fat simply because they are eating too much. That's just reality. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And to liken this to someone in a wheelchair is completely insane. It's just, yeah. I mean, everybody has a personal responsibility with their own health. And if it's within your own measure, you shouldn't be getting special privileges about it. And at the end of the day, fat people don't have to be fat. Being fat is a choice. It's not easy, especially given current dietary guidelines and stuff that make it easy, that make food addicting, but make healthier choices. Eat real food, eat meat, eat vegetables. Do that. Good luck. Try staying fat if you're only eating meat and vegetables. That would be very difficult to do. So I'm just sick and tired of this. Oh, this is a handicap, just like a wheelchair type. It's not. And it's honestly very disrespectful to wheelchair bound people to even make that kind of comparison.
Yeah.
I think that it goes back to nuance.
Very insulting. It's not a handicap. It's a choice. Yeah, you have a very good point there. It is. That's exactly how it starts off. It starts off as a choice. You are dead to balls right. But where this YouTuber loses me is when they say that it's as simple as a choice. Stop eating bad. Eat healthier. Skip a few meals, that type of attitude without understanding. And this YouTuber even mentioned it in their rant when they were talking about this topic. They said, I get that, with the economy, it's not easy to eat healthy. Well, let's stop right there. There is no but after that. Let's start it and stop it right there. Okay. As a big man, I do not believe in promoting or trying to make being overweight acceptable. I have fluctuated and I've had battled with my weight for the last 5 years or so. It's been up and down, and right now it's down. I've lost over 100 pounds, but it hasn't been easy. And that's what I don't think this YouTuber understands. Well, they understand it, but they just hate the whole concept of what Southwest Airlines is doing. Let me say this, as a person who's had to wage war on weight, that people, I believe, that people who promote that it's cool to be overweight are a detriment to the health of those that are overweight. Instead of them themselves working to lose the weight, or even telling others, hey, don't get as big as me, it's not healthy, they just want everyone to accept it. I am not with promoting it in that way. I'm not with promoting it at all. And with all that said, I understand, as I said a moment ago, you're right. In the beginning, it is a choice. In the beginning, we eat crap, we eat junk when we're younger, and we see ourselves gaining weight. And we always put off eating better or dieting or exercising until later. And then before you know it, later is gone, or later has popped up. Now you're in your mid-30s trying to lose 200 pounds. You know, you're a 300-pound individual at 5'10". All right. The thing with that is, doctors will tell you that the human body has a threshold, and that at a certain point, diet and exercise isn't enough. You're going to need medical assistance. So does that not kind of qualify it as a handicap? If you need medical assistance to help yourself get back in form, why would that not be considered a handicap? Again, medical doctors will tell you, at a certain point, the human body just says, you can't lose anymore. You can't lose the rest of this. You're going to have to take some external chances. You're going to need external help to get the weight off you. All right. Number two, the comment that they made, oh, skip a few meals. That's not healthy either. That's not the way the human body works. The human body, when under eating, will actually hold weight. In talking to a dietitian, I was told, when you only go one meal, maybe two a day, your body is now adapting to the point that, oh, we're only eating 1 to 2 meals a day, so we have to hold all this. We have to hold all this fat, all this sugar. We can't flush it through our system because the next meal may be hours away, even up to 24 hours away the next day. So that isn't healthy. So under eating, so now I've crushed that. And let's talk about the other thing that this YouTuber said. You got to feed a family of 4 to 5 people, okay? You can get a 12-piece bucket of fried chicken, 2 family sides, and all that for $25. Or you can get a bag of salad, tomatoes, lettuce, all that kind of stuff to feed that same family for about 35 to 40 bucks. What are you going to choose? So if you understand the economy, you understand that this economy, let me just take out of the economy's hand. Let me say what I really feel. That this society makes it easy to be overweight. You don't see any health food stores doing family plan meals. You don't see any grocery stores. You don't see any health food fast food chains. Why don't you go inside a Kroger and they say, hey, feed a family of 4 with all this lettuce for 15 bucks. You don't see it. Vegetables and things of that nature are high. And when you have to feed multiple people, when you have to make your money stretch, it becomes a no-brainer. So you can't just say, oh, I understand how it's the economy and how things are set up, but there is no but. When it comes to feeding your family or not feeding your family, you're going to choose feeding your family. I want to say that one of the most disheartening things out there during my weight loss struggle was there are actually professional doctors, medical professionals that will see overweight people and treat them as pariahs. Like they're scared to touch you because they're scared the fat's going to jump off and get them. Overweight people understand the stares that they get. They hear the snickers. They hear the whispers. Every time they walk out, God forbid they go to a restaurant, they hear the snickers, man. They see the stares. They live in a perpetual state of insecurity. And then to get it from your doctor as well, the people that are supposed to help you be healthy, what are you to do? What exactly are you to do? And then let's just talk about individuals. This YouTuber is about a $105 soaking wet with a full-on army backpack on. And I'm pretty sure that they can eat whatever they want and won't gain a pound. I have a daughter who can eat whatever she wants and just won't gain the weight. I have another daughter who has to constantly watch what she eats because it will stick to her like glue. Physiology, genetics. So to say, oh, just lose the weight. Just stop eating. There's a lot more to it than that. Every obese person has an individual story. But like I said, most of them start off the same way. Piss poor decisions when we're younger. They catch up to us when we're adults. And you could be trying to work that off. And I thank Southwest Airlines for what they've done. I didn't have a problem with paying for an extra seat in the first place. I understood. But to say that they are rewarding obesity, they're not rewarding obesity. They're simply making a way for a handicap. And the YouTuber said, oh, it's an insult to call this a handicap. Why? Why is this an insult to call it a handicap? As I said, they were choices made younger, and now you're trying to get maybe to a healthier place. Maybe you can't afford the surgery, and now you're stuck in that body. Yes, initially by your own decision, but then your body traps you there. Now that doesn't mean that person shouldn't stop trying. I'm just telling you why it still should be considered a handicap. Or do you think that everyone that's handicapped now was born that way? No, there are some people now that are handicapped because they made piss poor decisions. You have people that want to play with firecrackers and have their hand blown off. That's a handicap. Should they be punished? As a matter of fact, you have people, understand, the military is volunteer. Some people get maimed and come home handicapped. They've lost a leg, they've lost an arm, they're stuck to a wheelchair now because they volunteered to go fight in a war. They volunteered in the military. So should they be punished because they not come home with a handicap? That's a very narrow-minded way that YouTuber looked at that. Very narrow-minded. And it very much disappointed me because this individual calls themselves a Christian. And I look at what Southwest Airlines is doing through that lens. Here's what I mean by that. As a Christian, we are raised that God gives us a chance at redemption. Our baptism is our second life, our chance to get it right. So if God can make a way for the sinner to get into heaven, why can't Southwest Airlines make a way for a person who made poor decisions to fit comfortably on their airlines? As a Christian, I expected more. I don't get this hatred, because that's the same kind of thing that fat people get from doctors. I've seen it, where I've seen doctors absolutely sneer and the look on their face of absolute disgust when a fat person comes to see them. It makes a person shut down and stay inside, which leads them to gaining more weight. It's an interesting thing to see it happen. And it's even worse, I guess, to see someone who I believed was tolerant, someone who claims themselves to be Christian, to not understand and see the value of someone making a way for someone when they made piss poor decisions early in their life. Southwest Airlines is refunding people for buying an extra seat. They're refunding the fat folks for getting an extra seat. So be it. It is not a big deal. They're not promoting leading an unhealthy life. They're simply making a way, an accommodation, the same way they'd make a way for a person in a wheelchair. It is a handicap, my fellow YouTuber. It is. Deal with it. I hope you were entertained and informed by that video. If you have something to say, got some thoughts on it, be sure to leave a comment down below. I ask that you share it out, spread the word. If you want to hear me bumping my gum some more, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video and you can hear more of me chow-chacking. Please remember that these are exclusive videos on YouTube and Rumble, What you get on one spot, you may not get at the other. So follow me on both sites to get the full effect of Free Mind Thinkers. And until next time, remember to stand up, stand out, think differently. Holla.